Well, did you know that lung cancer kills more people than any other cancer, yet it receives the least amount of government funding? November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month. Last year, we brought you the story of a 25-year-old lacrosse woman who was battling the disease. She lost her fight earlier this year. But even after her death, she's helping make an impact on the lives of others. Elizabeth Melde had a smile that could light up a room and a sense of humor to go along with it.
Even in the last moments, she still had her sense of humor.
She and her husband Matt were newlyweds just a year into their marriage last year when one day changed everything.
It was a month after our first anniversary, and she had gone in a couple of times because of a cough that kept getting worse and worse. I left early from work, and I met her at the hospital, and they told us that they found something very surprising, and they said it was lung cancer.
They were the words no one ever wants to hear.
We were just all in total shock and disbelief.
But this wasn't just cancer. It was stage 4 lung cancer.
It was so out of the blue.
The breath literally taken out of an otherwise healthy 25-year-old woman who had never smoked.
I just kind of went blank. I didn't know anything about lung cancer at the time.
Almost immediately after hearing the devastating diagnosis, Elizabeth put on her fighting gloves, and those close to her followed suit.
Right away, she just grabbed me and said, "You need to be strong for me."
And even when we started to realize that we might not beat this, she was more worried about us than she was about herself, which was incredible.
On April 7th, 2012, after a short 6.5 months, Elizabeth Melde lost her fight. But even after her death, she continues to inspire and educate others about the disease she knew so little about herself. A nonprofit organization called Living for Liz bears not only her name, but her vision as well.
She was going to be part of it if she had made it. She wanted to do this. This was her idea.
For Matt, it's an important cause to keep fighting, not only to keep his wife's memory alive, but to make sure no others have to feel the same pain.
I can bring back those feelings from that day that she died, like that, and I just don't want other families to go through that. You know, it was so hard.
One of the main goals of the nonprofit is to get rid of the stigma, the idea that lung cancer is just a smoker's disease.
Right now, people think that they did it to themselves, and you know, on some level, that they deserve it. And you know, I don't care if you smoked or not. You don't deserve to go through what Elizabeth went through.
Elizabeth's parents also believe it's important to come up with a new screening method so the disease can be caught earlier before it's too late.
We've got mammograms for breast cancer. We've got colonoscopies for the colon cancer. There's got to be some other diagnostic test that we can do that the insurance companies will agree to.
Their work is difficult at times, yet healing on some levels too. The pain of losing a loved one will never go away, but knowing this is what Elizabeth would have wanted, in some small way, makes it easier to bear.
It's a huge effort that I think it may have a snowball effect, and I think that's great. And it is healing, because we know we're helping other people as well.
She would definitely have a say in how this was being operated, so I'm sure that we're being guided in a way as well, and I think she'd be proud of what we're doing so far.
And Living for Liz is awaiting its official tax-exempt status as a nonprofit, which should be coming within the next several months. They plan to hold events in Wisconsin and Minnesota to raise awareness for lung cancer. They already held the first annual Liz Fest back in June, just 2 months after Elizabeth's death. About 500 people attended that event. The nonprofit also has a website that just went online where you can learn more about their mission and cause. It's livingforliz.com.
So, Mike, were doctors ever able to trace back for Liz where or why or how she ended up with lung cancer?
You know, Matt tells me that no, they weren't. Basically, doctors told him that it was bad luck.
Just that simple.
Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike.